Yeah, here you go for you. Yep. Pretty good. We welcome you to Count Basie Park here in the beautiful Red Bank, New Jersey for a historic day as FC Monmouth hosts their first ever doubleheader. And the men's will kick it off here in the leagues for clubs as they face off against Kensington Soccer Club. The blue and gold on the men's side are riding hot. They're 4-0 on the year heading into this game, and they sit at the top of the Northeast Conference currently. They've scored 13 goals on the year. They've only allowed 4. Meanwhile, Kensington Soccer Club, well, they sit atop of the Southern Division within the conference. However, they're 2-1-1 on the year. They've scored 7 goals, and they've also allowed 7 goals. However, 5 of those goals that they have allowed came in their first game. They got thrashed by Kingston Stockade, have since played a lot better thanks to several superstars, as the first corner of the game is hit far into the back post and it trickles away from any white and yellow jersey. Meanwhile, FC Monmouth today donning those blue kits provided by Hummel. Chris Daly behind the mic, so happy to be with you for the first leg of this doubleheader. Great weather right now for soccer. A bit earlier in the day, it was a downpour here in Monmouth County, so probably discouraged a lot of fans from attending. However, many brave souls will be sitting on the wet bleachers here at the Count Basie today, and a decent attendance, all things considered, as the captain, Andrew Araya, is on the ball. Now, Jack Longo, who is inching near a big feat, the most ever appearances in club history. It's his 4th season with FC Monmouth, and the Ithaca fullback has been one of the best to ever lace him up here in Red Bank. Avilas, meanwhile, is on track to be one of the same. He's got 4 goals on the year. He leads the conference in the league for clubs. He's the right winger today for FC Monmouth as Kensington get on the ball. And they're content just to possess right now. Ball out wide. And Belgo with a great ball over the top, looking for Panika. And Grossman is there to intervene. Now it's Aviles cutting inside. Yeah, that's not me. I don't use Elgato. No, I said that's not me. I don't use Elgato. I use Davi Caputo's dispossessed. He's had a fantastic season. Already a plethora of assists. And he leads FC Monmouth club history with 10 assists total. Not many in the game doing it like Davi Caputo. It's Jack Longo. And Homowitz. Lawrence Mancino on the ball as he gives it to Longo. Might be getting it again. Yes, he does. He's only a senior in high school, recently graduated CBA at Christian Brothers Academy in Lincroft, one of the premier soccer programs on the Northeast, one of the top in the state of New Jersey, which is historically a great state for soccer. He'll be headed to TCNJ in the fall, but he's been a big piece to Hugh McDonald's defensive scheme this year, and Hugh McDonald knows a thing or two about center backs. He was a 2-time Northeastern Conference center, or defender of the year rather, during his playing days at Monmouth. Great through ball from Biersback. It's cut out by Eric Sedloka. And he claims it deflected off of the Kensington attacker. Referee disagrees. Andrew Araya falls down, and now a shot, or a clever fake shot. Good 1-2. And eventually FC Monmouth comes away with it. Lazo with a great ball. Patrick Shaw, it's Davi Caputo, the magic man himself. Caputo on his left foot, saved. Johan Morales with a great save, preventing FC Monmouth from going ahead early in this one. Got to give credit to Davi Caputo with the beautiful move to even create that shot. Lago overlapping. Araya instead drives inside. Avila's going to work out wide. Balls instead won out by Cesar Ripa. Yeah. Kensington trying to break down a very stingy FC Monmouth defense. Mentioned earlier, they've only played 4 games this year, and they've only allowed 4 goals. Ball over the top. They've also won 3 of their last 3 games, all in the final minutes, and that was extended in their away trip to Atlantic City FC, in which Lenny Aviles won the game for the blue and gold in the dying embers of that match. Andrew Araya has also come up clutch in those big moments. Aiden Tysony was injured on FC Monmouth within the first 15 minutes of their road trip against Atlantic City, so he is not in the squad today. He'll be out for a few weeks. Longo's ball over the top to Patrick Shaw. Too much on it. If you're not up to speed with all of the U.S. soccer news, the League for Clubs is in its first season. A lot of clubs come from the National Premier Soccer League. Others are just community-centered clubs such as Kensington. They call themselves the Atletico Bilbao of America, specifically that Philadelphia area. Just about all of these players come from that region. They do have a few Spanish players who live in Philadelphia currently on the team. Lovely switch. Now FC Monmouth battling for it. Caputo studs up, gets the ball. I should note that Kensington are down 2 of their superstars, twin brothers, Frank and Franklin Carnbay. Both play for Rutgers Camden. Frank is a holding midfielder. Franklin is their flashy goal scorer who has 3 goals on the year thus far. Both are out. They're at their mom's wedding right now, so a valid excuse for the 2 of them. However, it does leave a Kensington club down in this match, and a lot of players are going to have to step up and lie you of their absence. Caputo, boss in the midfield. As mentioned earlier, FC Monmouth coached by the fiery Hugh McDonald, the associate head coach at Monmouth University. One of the biggest names for soccer in this local Jersey Shore area. Had a stint with the Red Bulls. Since then, he's been a great coach as Grossman comes out and makes the big save. Now ball over the top. It's Lazo, and he's flagged for offsides. Ball won back by Hamowitz. Andres Lazo, one of those many NJIT players on this blue and gold team. Grayson Parks out wide, now on the ball, is also one of them. Shaw gets it. Good one-touch ball to Caputo. He's called for a foul. And now FC Monmouth are really unhappy. Some shouts at the ref from the home crowd. An interesting call, that's what I'll say. Not sure if there was too much substance to it, and the offsides just about a minute or two ago was also another questionable maneuver by the referee to flag that one. Araya and Avilas, the two captains for FC Monmouth, will talk to the referee, as well as Eric Saloka, the center back. Joe Grossman, meanwhile, checks over to the bench. He is going to be with the trainer, and Grossman's out of net. And the goalkeeper, Joe Grossman, was getting treated by the medic. The sideline referee says that's not allowed. Don't know if the center ref agrees, but doesn't matter, as the ball will go back. FC Monmouth will now be happy campers. As we are nearing the quarter of an hour mark, 14 minutes on the clock at Count Basie Park. FC Monmouth women's will take the pitch at 7:30 against the Delaware Ospreys in a Women's Premier Soccer League matchup. FC Monmouth currently sits second in the Colonial Division, as Aviles with some blistering pace. Throw in. Press from Lazo. It's positive. And this is the high tempo that FC Monmouth tries to employ as Aviles gets a foot on the ball. Kensington does well, though, to beat the press as best as they can. Longo gets the ball with Uche defending. Great turn and pass from Araya. Lazo, left-footed ball, cut out. Can't beat the first man. Second ball is won by FC Monmouth. No big chances on net yet for either of these two sides, although FC Monmouth have had the better of possession. It has kind of been the story of the year so far. Monmouth keeps these games close despite outpossessing their opponents. And now the ball is won, and this is dangerous. A break occurs here. Gonzalez has a player to his left. He shoots and saved. As calm as you like from Joe Grossman. Shot came in from Ricardo Panicia. Throw-in finds defeat of Gonzalez. Jeremy Gonzalez. And it's saved by Grossman. So Kensington have had more shots on net. They've been outpossessed by FC Monmouth. But they've been dangerous on the break. Unfortunately for the away side, their shots have just not had enough power to them to really give Joe Grossman a challenge. Grossman's a really talented keeper, played for the Orlando City Youth Academy. He's a rising sophomore at the University of Connecticut. That miscue from Jack Longo ends up working out in his favor. Monmouth just possessing the ball, working it around. Stellar interplay between these players. And the foul is awarded. Quick movement from Longo and Araya. Referee says the ball was moving. As the rain has gone away, the sun has definitely said hello here in Red Bank. It is scorching hot outside. At least for me, having set up Count Basie Park today alongside some of my great colleagues here at FC Monmouth. But even then, I mean, it is hot out, and especially on the turf. These players are definitely going to be feeling it by halftime. Substitutes will play a big factor in today's game. Kensington work a throw-in. Still with Kensington. The switch. Nicely taken down by Uche. And a great turn and a shot deflected. Dangerous Jeremy Gonzalez with another rip on net, and that time it almost skid into the back of the net thanks to an FC Monmouth defender. Patrick Shaw's pass doesn't land to the feet of his teammate. Andrew Araya does great to win it back. Both coaches have been very active on the touchline in this one. Although one interesting tidbit to note, the FC Monmouth coaches are not under their tent. Kensington coaches are under their tent. Although, maybe the Monmouth coaches are just trying to get a nice tan here in this beautiful Jersey Shore weather. Avila's lets it go to Parks, who will take the throw-in. Grayson Parks, a rising junior at NJIT. He's also a big surfer as the ball comes in to Pat Shaw. Pat Shaw quickly stripped away by Kensington, and some contact between Araya and Kensington. Foul goes in favor of FC Monmouth. The Kensington bench not pleased. I think I was a little shocked myself. It was Araya who did run in to Jonathan Olele. Or rather, Jonathan Olele, excuse me. That's just great from Davi Caputo. Don't really expect anything less, though, here in his third season with the club. What a Trivella. Araya to Longo. Longo running onto it. Morales comes out and makes a good save. A gutsy save at that from Johan Morales. He's named to the Northeast Conference Team of the Week in Week 2. He's at St. Thomas Aquinas College. Direct ball falls right into the hands of FC Monmouth. Avila's his touch a little wayward. Now FC Monmouth like a pack of wolves. Stripped the ball from Kensington, and Shaw gets awarded a foul as he goes to the ground, and yellow card. Believe it was given to Angus Kenson, number 51 in white and yellow. And we'll have another look at that a bit later. But number 51, Angus Kenson, currently at Rowan University, playing against a lot of his teammates. So, have some differing reviews. It might just be awarded to number 43, Jake Jawan Han, the South Korean defender currently at University of Alabama, Birmingham, playing in a fullback role today. It's Andrew Araya stepping over the ball. Araya shot. Over the crossbar, and he gets chirped from the Kensington bench. I don't know if Andrew Araya, though, is the guy that you want to chirp. He's got just a way about him. Always seems to do great under pressure, and that's only more fuel to the fire for the crafty midfielder from Ocean Township, formerly of Chilean youth national team. Juan Han goes down, but he quickly gets up. Good to see he's still moving. High five, Davi Caputo. No bad blood between those two. Nice ball over the top. Too much height on it allows Parks to step up. The conclusion of this game will mean FC Monmouth have completed more than half of their regular season home games in the 2025 season. Very likely, if they keep on playing the way they have, that they'll be playoff game, but we don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. A lot can happen in this back 9 of the year. See Monmouth still trying to reach the heights of, I believe, that 2018-2019 season. I think 2019 it was when they went all the way to the Keystone East championship game against FC Motown. That was prior to I began my broadcasting work here. Just a Keystone, yes, that's correct. So just a Keystone Conference as Caputo gets it. Caputo links up with Lazo. Big time tackle from Kensington. I gotta say, I love their bench's energy. Almost similar to that famous Monmouth Hawks bench from 2016. They're loud, they celebrate, they're having a good time. Mancino with a delightful ball to Andrew Araya. He looks up. Araya gonna square it, and he almost finds the back of the net, and Davi Caputo runs on. And he just gets under the ball as he hits it over the crossbar. And a big missed opportunity for FC Monmouth. It all starts from that great ball over the top, and then great work from Andrew Araya just to keep it alive. FC Monmouth will be disappointed with not capitalizing on that opportunity. It was a big chance to go up 1-0. Half an hour into this game, as we're going to get our first water break of the day due to this humidity, and I will join the team in doing that. I'll be back once they re-enter the pitch. Yeah. You know who's playing in that league now is Hakimi. Not Hakimi, Hakeem Ziyech. That's who I meant. Hakeem. Hakeem Ziyech.
At this level, he was offered 50 grand a year to play on the lower team.
Did he take it, I hope? Nah.
He was afraid.
Yeah.
Don't forget to stick around. Game 2 of our doubleheader coming up Kensington 7:30.
Yeah. Well, I guess just play soccer then. Do nothing else.
On the Health and Wellness Center. Presented by HSS.
But I guess, like, if you get paid for doing that, though, maybe it's like not that expensive to live like that. Probably wouldn't be a bad deal if you were like a homebody.
That's a big transition going from here all the way up there. I just wish the MLS would free up some of their roster limitations. Allow these players to come to the States.
They might.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. That's what the USL should do.
USL, I think, is already good. And the newer NASL did it.
Yeah.
They were bringing in some decent talent. A lot of these teams were struggling with it.
Well, it's the issue back in the 70s when Pele came, because all the other owners tried to bring out the big bucks.
The newer one, the one over the 20.
Yeah.
They were doing it too.
It's interesting.
But I think, like, those guys, they also have the right advantage.
No, you can't pay too much because it's a bad business model. Back here at Count Basie Park, Chris Daly behind the mic. A nice little 2-minute water break, ball over the top for Kensington as FC Monmouth and Kensington Soccer Club are in a heated the League for Clubs matchup right now. Both teams playing in the Northeast Conference. FC Monmouth in the Northern Division. Meanwhile, Kensington are in the Southern Division. Jeremy Gonzalez has been the thorn, should I say, in FC Monmouth's side all day long, almost with a nice shot. Tent for Kensington being moved. Keep you updated on that tent's progress. As we have a switched ball to Uche. Uche one-on-one with Longo. He'll just offload it to the back. And that ball soars across the pitch. Grayson Park's able to cut it out. And Avila's there to help. Lazo, positive movement forward. And some physical play as he takes down Gonzalez. Lazo awarded a yellow card. And excuse me, not Gonzalez, it's actually Paul Nedbeglo. Just a physical play between the winger and the fullback.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has issued a yellow caution card in the 35th minute to FC.
Although, rightfully a yellow card. Hands were up and pretty much slapped him across the chest. You can't do that, simply put.
Close up about that bottom.
35 minutes through first leg of FC Monmouth's historic doubleheader.
If you want to join us on the field for some halftime fun, we ask that you please gather right now over by the players' entrance. Kids, head on over to the players' entrance, and you can join us on the field for our halftime festivities.
Araya to Lazo. Lazo back out on the left wing. Clever slide tackle from Nathan Biersback. Coming in from behind. Biersback, 2 goals at Rutgers Camden in the fall. Very talented player. He's an active force both on the offensive side of the ball and the defensive side for Kensington. Habowitz wins it. And now it's Lenny Avila's on his right foot. Avila's downhill running. Clips it into the box, back post. It's Lazo who's there. Lazo on his right foot, gonna try to curl it upper 90, not quite. This game remains 0-0. Kensington have a couple of shots on net, but it's FC Monmouth with the more clear-cut chances, nothing to come from it. Go back to that volley from Davi Caputo. Even right before that, the move from Andrew Araya to put the ball on frame at the near post when the goalie was not covering that area. And then that shot from Lazo right there. None of them have sunk. The longer this game goes on, the more it will favor Kensington, the away side, who are down their 2-star players. Mentioned it earlier in the broadcast. Franklin Carnbay. We wish their mother a happy wedding. That's a great day for their family, so. Caputo gets it. Great spin. Mancino. Up to Longo. 3 defenders on him. That means there's space open. It's Davi Caputo tracking back. First team all NJAC at Rowan University. He's going to be a senior, but he trailed back to his freshman year. He scored a hat trick against Montclair State to win the NJAC championship. It's a 3-0 game in favor of the Profs. Alvilas' pass cut out by Biersback. And as the ball bobbles up, they're going to say it's a handball on Jonathan Olale. And Olale now gets a yellow card. That's the 3rd of the half.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee is issued a yellow caution card. The 40th minute, TLFC's number 52, John Ololai.
FC Monmouth switches the ball. Longo checks into the middle, and him and Hamowitz will now swap roles. Great 1-2, Avilas and Caputo out wide. Tricky ball to take down for Caputo, leads to Angus Kenson just knocking it away as FC Monmouth are cemented in their attacking third. Great ball from Longo. It's Pat Shaw. Pat Shaw 2 games for Pat Shaw, 2 goals. He scored against Atlantic City, and now he's got another one against Kensington. What a ball from Jack Longo to start it all. And in the face of pressure, Pat Shaw slots it in as calmly, as coolly as he would like.
Ladies and gentlemen, with a goal for FC Monmouth in the 41st minute, number 34, Patrick Shaw.
And I actually would like to retract my prior statement. That's now 3 games and 3 goals for Pat Shaw. He is on a hot streak right now for FC Monmouth. It dates back to that NY Braveheart game. In which he scored off the feed from Aiden Tysony. Then he scored against Atlantic City, and now he's got another one. This time coming against Kensington. Araya, the quick close down on Uche. Just in time, Grossman clears it. Avila's looking for Shaw. Pat Shaw, a rising sophomore at Coastal Carolina. Played for PDA growing up. He's a really talented player, very fast, and as you can tell, he's got that clinical nature in front of the net. FC Monmouth have a well-deserved 1-0 lead. They've definitely had the better of chances thus far in this game, but talk about a chance. It's a nice shot from Kensington. Soars over the bar, but it's an attempt. We're going to get 3 minutes of added time in this half. Just got word from the sideline referee. 44 minutes currently on the clock. Jack Longo with the throw-in. Good to see Longo back. He battled a really terrible injury. It's about 1.5 years, 2 years ago. Embodies exactly what this club is. Always active off the pitch, representing the blue and gold. That ball flies into the stands. Will be retrieved by an Arsenal fan. Nifty soccer from FC Monmouth. Homowitz. Mancino. Soraya now. Tactical possession, also just in-game management. FC Monmouth know they have a lead. They want to tire out this Kensington team, especially before the half. Make them run on defense a little more. They can ensure that Kensington is fatigued. They'll have a nice go as Patrick Shaw to Caputo. That's a great pass. He's called off sides. Caputo's chip. It's a goal. It's beautiful, but it's not going to count. Would love to see a replay of that because that's as close as it gets. And it's just a breathtaking piece of soccer from Pat Shaw and Davi Caputo. I'm taking another look at it right now. We're going to see. I can't say I fully am with the call. It looks as if Davi Caputo is actually on sides, but it's always hard, much easier for me to see in slow motion rather than the referees in live action. It's Eric Saloka heaving it to Caputo. He brings it down with class, and Lazo with a back heel. Here's some shots of the word beautiful from the crowd. As the ref blows his whistle, that is all for the first half of action. FC Monmouth 1, Kensington Soccer Club 0 here at Count Basie Park, the first leg of a historic doubleheader.
Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today.
The 2025 UDM Boys Summer College Prospect ID Camp is designed for field players and goalkeepers seeking exposure to college coaches, professional training sessions, competitive matches, and insight into the college soccer environment. Directed by the UDM men's soccer staff, this camp is ideal for players serious about advancing their soccer careers. On July 26th and 27th, the camp becomes a perfect platform for aspiring athletes to showcase their talent and commitment. For more information and to register, visit DetroitMercySoccerCamps.com.
Chaos FC is a soccer club in Macomb County, Michigan, dedicated to player development through professional training. Our mission is to offer a safe, positive environment that nurtures youth talent. We aim to help players reach their full potential and compete at high levels in MYSL, MSP, SP, and MRL. We provide equal opportunities for all players to develop skills, knowledge, and appreciation for soccer through top-tier training and positive coaching. Our goal is to help players grow as individuals, promoting life skills such as sportsmanship, teamwork, goal setting, and fair play. Learn more today by visiting chaosfc.us.
This is Inside the Game, where passion meets precision. Jonathan Turner, Nathan Wangler, and John Natale are your hosts, breaking down every goal, every controversy, every match that matters. From the heart of American soccer to the global stage. No fluff, just football. Weekdays at 9 a.m. live on YouTube, Roku TV, Facebook, Twitter, and all listening platforms. Step in, speak up, stay locked in. This is Inside the Game.
Experience the thrill of the game like never before with NSN's Game Rewind. Dive into full match commentaries enhanced with cutting-edge dynamic graphics, letting you relive the highs and lows of your favorite matches in astonishing detail. Whether it's a championship win or a legendary play, NSN Game Rewind bridges the past and future with a broadcast experience designed to captivate. Call 586-304-4405 and start watching today. If you are interested in participating in a sport that requires skill, fitness, strategic thinking, and team play, soccer offers opportunities at various levels to improve fitness and coordination. Whether you prefer casual participation, competitive play, or joining a futsal league, our organization provides a welcoming environment to learn new skills and meet new people. Register today for the Macomb Soccer Summer Camp from July 14th to 18th. The camp will be led by Kansas City's professional players James Togba and Mike De Silva. It is open to boys and girls aged 6 through 16 with an early bird registration fee of $175 if registered by July 7th. Gain knowledge from professionals in an engaging and competitive setting. For further information, visit mrsl.us.
The Flint City Bucks are Michigan's top soccer franchise with 4 national championships, 9 conference titles, and 15 Great Lakes Division titles. They have produced 107 players for Major League Soccer, and they focus on attracting top talent and shaping soccer's future. Michigan Bucks Academy joins NLS Next new competition tier starting in September of 2025. This offers elevated levels of play and flexibility for high school participation. The Academy will provide premier development, high-performance training, and exposure to scouts through regional tournaments and MLS Next events. For more information on tryouts, training programs, and key updates as we prepare for our first season in MLS Next new tier, visit MichiganBucksAcademy.com.
Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before.
The 2025 UDM Boys Summer College Prospect ID Camp is designed for field players and goalkeepers seeking exposure to college coaches, professional training sessions, competitive matches, and insight into the college soccer environment. Directed by the UDM men's soccer staff, this camp is ideal for players serious about advancing their soccer careers. On July 26 and 27, the camp becomes a perfect platform for aspiring athletes to showcase their talent and commitment. For more information and to register, visit DetroitMercySoccerCamps.com.
Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today.
The 2025 UDM Boys Summer College Prospect ID Camp is designed for field players and goalkeepers seeking exposure to college coaches, professional training sessions, competitive matches, and insight into the college soccer environment. Directed by the UDM men's soccer staff, this camp is ideal for players serious about advancing their soccer careers. On July 26 and 27, the camp becomes a perfect platform for aspiring athletes to showcase their talent and commitment. For more information and to register, visit DetroitMercySoccerCamps.com.
Chaos FC is a soccer club in Macomb County, Michigan, dedicated to player development through professional training. Our mission is to offer a safe...
A 1-0 lead on Kensington Soccer Club in a big League for Clubs matchup because it's the first leg of a historic day here at FC Monmouth. A doubleheader. The women's are set to play in the Women's Premier Soccer League against the Delaware Ospreys at 7:30 p.m. Now, of course, Monmouth off to a blistering start. Pat Shaw with the goal. He also had a clever assist to Davi Caputo. It was called back for offsides. FC Monmouth have definitely had the better of chances. It's been a fun half of soccer so far. Joe Grossman has come up very big in between the sticks for the blue and gold. And there's a lot in store for this second half. Head coach Hugh McDonald is definitely looking at the playoffs long term. And he wants to get his goal differential as high as possible. FC Monmouth wants to put the ball in the back of the net, so we're going to see how they can do that. It's going to be with Caputo, Hamowitz in the midfield, Andrew Araya joining the attack, and then, of course, Pat Shaw, Lenny Aviles, and all of the other attackers here for FC Monmouth. Chris Daly from Count Basie Park signing off at halftime. I'll see you in the second half.
Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today.
The 2025 UDM Boys Summer College Prospect ID Camp is designed for field players and goalkeepers seeking exposure to college coaches, professional training sessions, competitive matches, and insight into the college soccer environment. Directed by the UDM men's soccer staff, this camp is ideal for players serious about advancing their soccer careers. On July 26th and 27th, the camp becomes a perfect platform for aspiring athletes to showcase their talent and commitment. For more information and to register, visit DetroitMercySoccerCamps.com.
Chaos FC is a soccer club in Macomb County, Michigan, dedicated to player development through professional training. Our mission is to offer a safe, positive environment that nurtures youth talent. We aim to help players reach their full potential and compete at high levels in MYSL, MSP, SP, and MRL. We provide equal opportunities for all players to develop skills, knowledge, and appreciation for soccer through top-tier training and positive coaching. Our goal is to help players grow as individuals, promoting life skills such as sportsmanship, teamwork, goal setting, and fair play. Learn more today by visiting chaosfc.us.
This is Inside the Game, where passion meets precision. Jonathan Turner, Nathan Wengler, and John Natali are your hosts, breaking down every goal, every controversy, every match that matters. From the heart of American soccer to the global stage. No fluff, just football. Weekdays at 9 a.m. live on YouTube, Roku TV, Facebook, Twitter, and all listening platforms. Step in.
Welcome back to Count Basie Park here at the beautiful Jersey Shore Red Bank. To be exact, 1-0 in favor of FC Monmouth against Kensington Soccer Club in the League for Clubs, the Northeast Conference, as FC Monmouth are on pace for their 5th win in a row. That would be 5 wins to open up the year, their best start to a campaign in club history. Blue and Gold are led by center forward Patrick Shaw. He's got 3 goals in 3 games. He's been the spark plug for FC Monmouth's attack in the past week and a half. And the youngster, he's only just finished up his freshman year at Coastal Carolina, has taken FC Monmouth and their fans by storm. Home crowd have loved what they've seen out of him, and he also had an assist that was called back. He delivered a great over kick ball to Davi Caputo, who was running onto, was able to chip it over Johan Morales, the goalkeeper for Kensington. However, the play was called for offsides. We have since reviewed it. It was not offside, so just unfortunate luck for FC Monmouth. Regardless, they're still going to be fighting to get that second goal and really see this game out. Zaraya and Lazo work with the ball. Very hot outside, so there was a water break 30 minutes in to the first half. We'll definitely see something similar here in the second as Jack Longo gets on the ball. We're also going to see a lot of substitutions be used. Kensington have 7 guys on their bench. FC Monmouth have 6. Although one of FC Monmouth's bench players is goalkeeper Charlie Sherber, who fills in for Eddie DeMarco today, as Lazo works with it out on the wing, and He appears to draw a corner. It's instead called for a goal kick. But Charlie Shermer played Division III soccer at Anna Maria in the fall, has since transferred to Monmouth University. He was a great high school soccer player at Wall Township High School. Most likely will not be stealing any of Grossman's minutes as Pat Shaw gets on the ball. Pat Shaw, right foot, left foot. Shaw chips it. Interesting attempt. Morales catches it, and he tosses it out wide. Kenson. Panisia. Panisia drives inwards. Looks for a through ball, but Lawrence Mancino just puts his leg out and easily wins that ball. Jake Camo to the club return. He's had a great game today. Center midfielder wearing number 15 as Lenny Aviles gets it. Lenny Aviles. Oh, Lenny Aviles with a great move to Davi Caputo. And Caputo offsides yet again. That's the second big chance of the day in which Caputo was called for offsides. It was Lenny Aviles who just drove between those Kensington defenders with absolute ease before delivering that lethal ball to Caputo, making the run. That's a tough break for FC Monmouth as they proactively look for that second goal of the game. Kenson with the turn. One out by Gonzalez. Gonzalez versus Parks out in the corner of the 18. Parks going to come away with that win as he draws a foul. It'll be Joe Grossman to do the honors with the kick. And instead of booting it, he just decides to possess. That was a great touch from Jake Juwan Hahn. Nice little Ronaldo chop. Overlap from Kenson. Now wide to Cesar Ripa. Ripa. His pass lands right into the feet of Lawrence Mancino and kicked away by Joe Grossman. When in doubt, kick it out. Jake Homowitz with a great tackle. Davi Caputo to Aviles. Aviles driving it inside with so much pace yet again. And now a little spin. Gives it to Longo. Longo has a chance to shoot. Instead, flicks it over the top to Lazo. And miscue. Morales comes away with it. Been really impressed with Lenny Aviles, especially in this second half. The first 7 minutes here, he has been a real difference maker for FC Monmouth. He could have had an assist. Davi Caputo was called for offsides, but he was able to allow for Caputo to be in on net because he just took on 3, maybe 4 defenders. Leaving Caputo wide open. And here he is again. It's Aviles. Long throw in. And it's Olale with the ball. Saloka had tripped. Olale squares it. Jack Longo there to intervene. And Jack Longo with a cheeky little move. Ball, however, goes out of bounds. It was right at the end line. Don't think he'll mind, though, as he breaks up what could have been a goal-scoring play for Kensington SC. Now it's Panisia. His cross. It's to Bachman. Bachman's volley. Bachman with a shot again. 2 attempts from the center back. Neither reached the target. Relatively easy for Joe Grossman to handle. 10 minutes in, FC Monmouth still has a 1-0 lead here in the second half. FC Monmouth started their season with a 6-0 win over Lighthouse Boys Club of Kensington. Lenny Aviles scored a hat-trick in that game. They then beat Kingston Stockade and NY Braveheart, as well as Atlantic City on the road. Now they aim for that elusive 5th win in a row. Can they do it? Will they do it? We'll see here on the National Soccer Network. As 35 minutes are left in this match. That's a great little chip and a nice touch from Panisia. Panisia out wide to Olale. Olale's cross almost goes in as it travels to that front post. Joe Grossman able to move in time in order to make the save. FC Monmouth substitute starting to get warm. Believe it's Nate Nevsky. No Kensington player has made movement yet on the bench. That's a strong tackle. Could hear it all the way from above the press box. Jake Komowitz right in the middle of the pitch. It's a thunderous thump. Pat Shaw to Lenny Aviles. Hamowitz brings it down. Caputo, lovely through ball. Parks, his cross back post. It might reach the path of Jack Longo. The answer to that question is yes. As Longo brings it down and gives it to Andrew Araya. It's been a real difference maker for FC Monmouth. Have a player down for Kensington, and some of the players who recently just came off the bench to start warming up will enter this pitch. Number 48 in yellow, Jeremy Gonzalez, is the one who's down. And it's always tough to navigate the heat as Benel Sagarn will be the one to check on to the pitch. It was a great shift from Gonzalez. Had the most shots on target out of any Kensington player. Benel Sagarn plays for Penn State, Abington. Really clever player. He was actually initially going to start, but then Kensington decided to instead use him on the bench to come in and be a super sub today. He just wrapped up his senior year at Penn State Abington. He was a captain this past fall for them. And now Andres Lazo will come off the field for FC Monmouth. He's on a yellow card, so that could be playing a factor in this decision as well, but fresh legs are needed up top. Hugh McDonald looks very happy with number 21 in blue as Nate Anevsky, a fellow NJIT player, will come onto the field. Anevsky scored against Lighthouse Boys Club of Kensington. Satloka does a fantastic job that center back position to win possession back for FC Monmouth. Less than half an hour to play in this game. Lenny Aviles is onside. Lenny Aviles is trying to chip Morales, and that's a handball outside the box. It's a straight red card for Johan Morales. I don't think anybody here was expecting that. A gasp around Count Basie. Hugh McDonald yelling from the touchline. That's outside by 5 yards. I think Monmouth are looking at the stream right now, and it is indeed outside the box. Johan Morales, who is one of the top goalkeepers in the Northeast Conference, visibly frustrated. And that's a class act from the FC Monmouth coaching staff, just saying good job to him, making sure that his head is held up high. You Always hate to see that with goalkeepers. And Brendan Werner will be checking into the game. However, Kensington will need a field player to come off as well. The question is, who will it be as the coach decides to make a decision here? He'll also be changing the formation around, and this red card changes the complexity of the game for both sides. FC Monmouth now need to take advantage and tire out this Kensington team who are down a man, but they can do so by just overloading certain parts of the pitch. It'll be tough for Kensington to stay involved if the blue and gold are able to do just that. Meanwhile, Kensington just have to be very smart about how they approach attacking this game. They need a goal in order to get a point, but it'll be very hard as they face an uphill battle. Uche will come out of the game. Brendan Werner, another Penn State Abington player. He's a 6'6" goalkeeper, just wrapped up his senior year. And he's from Philadelphia. As I mentioned earlier, they try to be the Atletico Bilbao of the United States, especially with that Philadelphia region. Just about all their players coming from Philly. Yohan Morales will have to go into the stands to watch the rest of this game. We've seen that before here at Count Basie Park for both players on FC Monmouth and the away team alike. Jack Longo will come over to make the long throw-in. Caputo, and now it's Araya. Araya continues to switch this ball. FC Monmouth, a well-oiled machine. Ball is put in by Avilas. Avilas again. And that's a great ball on the ground to Patrick Shaw. Patrick Shaw's touch bobbles. He volleys it inside. And it goes out of bounds.
Ladies and gentlemen, Monmouth FC's official sport recovery partner, Performance, the multidisciplinary healthcare facility offering true one-on-one physical therapy, chiropractic care, acupuncture, personal training, and sports recovery. Current rehab gets you where you need to be because they do. Thank you to Current Rehab for their support of FC Monmouth.
Sedloka. Parks and back to Sedloka. FC Monmouth more than content just to possess the ball, as they're seemingly now playing with 4 in the midfield. It almost looks like a 3-4-3 of some sorts, with Jack Longo playing that holding mid position. Hamowitz moves into more of an 8, at least an advanced 6. Jack Longo's fouled and he's hurt. His upper body. We're gonna keep a track on that as Joe Grossman makes a save. Jack Longo's still hurt, he's limping. And he's a tough guy, he'll play on. And now he gets the ball with space as he checks his shoulder. Jack Longo fouled yet again. Brett Sieg is warming up for FC Monmouth. Fairfield man. Really talented player. We've seen him at Count Basie Park for many years now as Lenny Aviles passes it to Jake Komowitz. Again, FC Monmouth currently the table toppers in this Northeast Conference of the League for Clubs. And Lenny Aviles with a brilliant spin. This is just such a great game for Aviles. Even if he doesn't have anything on the stat sheet when it's all said and done, he's had so much impact tonight. It's good to really see him blossom since that Lighthouse game. A lot of defenses have been putting 2 guys on him. Give him space and he will just explode. Even with limited space, his first step is able to beat just about any defender that steps in front of him. It's Bachman out wide to his fullback. 20 minutes remain here in this first leg of FC Monmouth's historic doubleheader. Brett Sieg is about to check into the game. I imagine it's for Jack Longo, who has been hobbling with an injury. He's back at that fullback position. Played as CDM on the attacking side of the ball. Ball over the top. Olale tries to flick it on, and this ball coming up to the press box. Not enough to it. That's a really weird bounce it takes off the fence. Pretty interesting physics. The CBA connection, Jack Longo and Brett Sieg, as Longo gets a nice round of applause from the crowd. Brett Sieg, he's all smiles as he checks onto the pitch. Another guy who has been with FC Monmouth for many years now. Has just been a fantastic player in his time with the club. Can always produce a moment of just pure brilliance. One of those guys who the ball listens to. Delivers long balls with ease. As Kensington now with a bicycle kick. Now ball over the top. It's Nate Anevsky running onto it. Anevsky's cross. It's just not inside the 18. A nice break from FC Monmouth, who are seeking to take advantage of their man-up advantage. If you don't remember, Johan Morales, the goalkeeper for Kensington, was awarded a red card. He had saved the ball outside his 18. And Araya does well to win it back. Anevsky with some great moves, gives it to Araya. Araya, right foot, dances between some defenders. Araya with his shot saved by Werner. Jay Kombowitz. And Anevsky is on sides. He made sure he was. As he cuts in with his right to Davi Caputo. Great touch. Monmouth looking for their 15th goal of the season. Araya loses it and he wins it. Just a second later.
FC Monmouth would like to thank Madison Psychological Services. Serving clients extreme through the goal. They provide assessment, treatment, coaching, and consultation for individuals, families, and organizations with specific expertise in working with athletes of all levels. Their mission is to make
It's Andrew Araya. He had a sea of white and yellow jerseys around him, unable to glide through them. So we have a quarter of an hour remaining here at Count Basie Park in Red Bank. Chris Daly from FC Monmouth behind the mic today. So happy to be with you for this historic doubleheader. It's truly a testament to what the ownership group have done in these past 8 years now. Really have built something to truly be proud of, and soccer is at the brink of exploding with the World Cup coming to America just next summer. FC Monmouth is really at the heartbeat of it all, this lower league soccer scene. It's a great environment every match day. As Lenny Aviles brings it down to Caputo. Caputo with the spin and those bright neon cleats of his. Makes him hard to miss. And that clearance is not good enough as it lands right to Panisia. Panisia's shot doesn't hit the target. Water break now, 75 minutes in. We got 15 to go here at Count Basie Park. You're watching on the National Soccer Network. Chris Daly, I'll be back for the rest of this half when these players return to the pitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget our match with FC Monmouth really coming up shortly, 7:30 kickoff tonight. Our doubleheader taking on Delaware Ospreys on this Health and Wellness Night presented by HSS. FC Monmouth would also like to thank Exterior Point, one of the fastest growing home remodeling companies in the country. Started in New Jersey, named the #1 2023 New Jersey home remodeler by Nextdoor. Exterior Point provides energy-efficient windows, roofing, siding, and entry doors. They use the highest quality building materials at the lowest affordable prices, and all of their products come with lifetime warranties and peace of mind. Thanks once again to Exterior Point for their support of FC Monmouth.
The U.S. lost. I know, I saw it. Oh, you watched or listened?
I just saw someone rant about it.
Wow, I feel like every game there's a rant.
Ugh, and I'm in the network of all the guys that rant.
Yeah. I've had my share of rants, but
Instagram. It's like bagels. Bagels are always the best, especially if I pick them up. This team needs to be sold.
Pochettino's got the third best odds to go to Spurs, which isn't what you want for your.
I'll be honest with you, I was never excited to have him in the first one.
Interesting.
All the arrogant people that said, oh, this is the best coach the U.S. had by far.
Yeah.
And he hasn't played a game yet. Well, you have to also know the setup.
Yeah, I agree. Back here on the National Soccer Network, Chris Daly behind the mic, and it's Kensington Soccer Club making a trip up here to Red Bank, New Jersey. FC Monmouth, the home team, in those beautiful blue jerseys, hold a 1-0 lead. Patrick Shaw scored the first goal in the first half, and that's all that separate these two sides thus far. Well, actually, one more thing. FC Monmouth have 11 players on the field. Kensington have 10, thanks to a red card to their starting goalkeeper, Johan Morales. As Jake Komowitz, the Rowan midfielder, wins it, and it's Lenny Avila's. He is just going to work today out on the right wing position. Avila's with the shot. He's got one of the fastest shots I've ever seen live. Unable to slot it into that bottom right corner he was looking for. I might think right there you go to that far corner. However, the angle is even more unfavorable for that. So it's a wise decision to aim for that near corner. Just a really tough skill as Nate Nevsky, the NJIT winger, out wide. He's had a great season thus far for FC Monmouth. Gives it to Brett Sieg, who's had a great career. Sieg slips. He's unhappy as he tilts his head. Turf Monster gets the better of him. Joe Grossman looking for that direct ball to Avila's. If you're FC Monmouth right now, that's the man you got to find. Lenny Avila's alongside Davi Caputo. Get those two working together out on the right, and great things will happen. Kensington players yelling for the ball. The ball boys here at Count Basie Park, the young youth soccer players in the county, are busy having their own game of soccer here on the track. Grayson Park's initial clearance ends up helping him as Caputo gets it in a tight space, and Homowitz with a positive touch. Shaw wins it. Haven't seen a whole lot of Pat Shaw here in the second half. Again, he's the goal scorer, so you'd expect FC Monmouth to feed him a little more, but it could be due to the fact Kensington's defense is very much centrally located.
At what point does FC Monmouth punch balls?
Not for a while. Only it's two teams, so the Southern Division and the Northern Division.
Okay.
So actually Kensington is in the Southern, even though they're like fourth in the whole conference table. This is officially the halfway point in FC Monmouth season. 5 games out of the 10 regular season games they're set to play. This will be the 3rd they've played at home. Still have some road trips in store, especially to Kingston Stockade. That's one that the 732 is looking forward to.
It's a Chick-fil-A Eaton Town corner kick. Stomp your feet, cheer on FC Monmouth.
Captain Fantastic, Andrew Araya, to take the corner kick. Araya, in-swinger, header, so close from Eric Sedloka. Nice spin from Hamowitz. FC Monmouth, this is the time where you just possess the ball. You don't need to force anything. They're up 1-0. They have a man advantage. Put themselves in a comfortable position. Or maybe not, as Kensington are on the brink. It was Angus Kenson who wins it. And now out wide, a shot from Joe Grossman, who tries to make the save. Goes under his hands, and so close from Kensington. And Ricardo Panicia, who is there at the back post. That was the chance for Kensington. You could really feel it. Most clear-cut opportunity they've had this afternoon. Haneski tries to Odell Beckham Jr. catch that one. One-handed as he soars up in the air. Fancy footwork from Caleb Raymond. Eventually won out by FC Monmouth. Hamowitz. He's got moves like Jagger. Makes a few defenders miss. Now the ball is placed out wide. Good switch from FC Monmouth. Grayson Parks. And it's Andrew Araya. And J Transit says hello. The train moves by in the background beyond these RBC baseball and softball fields. Shaw to Sieg, Sieg to Araya. Araya on his right foot. There's no need to force anything if you're FC Monmouth. Time is your friend right now. Meanwhile, Kensington need to win the ball back. It's a great ball, bypassing a few defenders. But again, it's a little risky. You want to play those high percentage passes. If you're the blue and gold, don't give Kensington any opportunity to attack right now. Caleb Raymond on the left wing dribbles out of bounds, and that is clearly an FC Monmouth throw-in. As Luis Morales comes in for Kensington. Or he's at least set to. Not fully at the halfway line yet. And now he is. Loving the energy from 43, Jake Jawan Han, who just checked off for Kensington. Really vocal on the bench. Very positive guy as Pat Shaw wins it. And he's clipped. Or maybe not, he clips a Kensington defender. Pat Shaw gets a yellow card. Add that to his stat line today. 1 goal, 1 yellow card. I think Pat Shaw will take it.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee has put the yellow card in the 89th minute to FC Monmouth. Number 34, Patrick Shaw.
Through ball, Angus Kenson. Kenson trying to split the defense and find Grayson Parks. Jake Komowitz wins it.
Into the game of the 90th minute for Kensington SC. Number 32, Mohammed Abdul. Replacing number 51, Angus Kenson.
90 minutes, about to strike the clock here at the beautiful Count Basie Park. The first leg of the historic doubleheader. Soon to be over, but there's some soccer left to play. Of course, there was a water break, so I imagine about 2 to 3 minutes of added time will be the call from the referee. We haven't seen anything official yet, as we did in the first half. And that's a great ball. Lenny Aviles to seal the deal. It's Aviles and Caputo. Aviles going to have a shot, and it rattles off the post after a nice save from Warner. That was a knuckleball and a half, courtesy of Lenny Aviles. FC Monmouth still unable to find that second goal they've been searching for all second half long. They'll be more than happy with this 1-0 victory, though. It's a shutout for Joe Grossman if it holds. It's FC Monmouth's 5th win in a row. Again, if it stands. And it's also another day and another goal for forward Patrick Shaw. A Coastal Carolina man is just cut from a different cloth this 2025 season. There's about a minute or two left to play. Kensington moving with urgency. Andrew Araya applying the pressure. And now it's Raymond out wide. Raymond to Sagard. Sagard to Ripa. And his cross just goes right out of bounds. FC Monmouth in no rush to take this goal kick, as Hugh McDonald will make a substitution. It's the feisty Juan Lozoya to come in. Patrick Shaw will check out of the game. He scored the lone goal today.
Number 5, Juan Lazoja. Replacing number 34, Patrick Patrick Shaw.
Referee says to Joe Grossman, come on, hurry up. As Grossman takes his time with the goal kick. Scuffs it a little bit. And this is the last real chance for Kensington. Moving with pace. It's one out by Mancino. Mancino, fantastic to have that just result in a throw-in rather than a corner, or big time from the big center back, Lawrence Mancino. Long throw-in from Kensington. Grossman comes out, punches it away. It's now a dogfight to get to the ball. Anevsky's there. Anevsky able to body his way to that ball, but the referee says it's a foul. Anevsky throws it away. He'll be called for a yellow card.
FC Monmouth's number 33, Nathaniel Adepsi.
Hey, so we need dilemma, but I already got the solution for it. So there's something wrong with the current tripod, but I see that there's a Best Buy nearby. Can you see if any of the interns could pick it up and I'll put in their name? I'll get a prepay for it. Pick it up and bring it to yeah.
It's very much go time for Kensington. FC Monmouth dropping everybody back. Davi Caputo, sort of the only guy forward, and he'll be the only one pressing. As Kensington resets with Werner. Werner on his left foot. Grayson Parks gets shouldered as he goes to the ground right in that sand pit for the long jump. The ball is in the sand. He'll leave it there. It's pretty fitting for Grayson Parks. Word on the street is he's a big surfer. That is his favorite hobby outside of soccer, so still manages a way to find himself on a beach of some sorts. What a season it has been for FC Monmouth. Halfway through, they remain perfect. They're number 4 in the national rankings from the league for clubs. If they keep on winning, that number will only go up and up. FC Davis, the number 1 team, has a big battle this week. You never know what can happen. And if the Blue and Gold take care of business, they give themselves a great opportunity to host a home playoff game and perhaps maybe multiple. Not exactly sure how the playoff system would work in that case after the first one. The ball's over the top. And Joe Grossman easily comes away with it. My phone has died, but time has been ticking, I can assure you that. Hugh McDonald yelling, "You got them all in, ref." As the ref gives a yellow card to Hugh McDonald, who gives him a wave.
The referee has issued a yellow caution card to FC Monmouth head coach Hugh McDonald in the 8th minute of added time.
And we just got word from the PA. This is the 8th minute of added time. So these two are going to have a talk. It comes to a question is, why has there been 8 minutes of added time? There has not been 8 minutes of stoppages in the second half. The goal came in the first half. There was a short 2-minute water break. So a lot of confusion. As to why there has been so much stoppage time. I believe Hugh McDonald's gesturing to his team that there is 1 minute left, although I can't tell if that's just to stay mentally prepared. Whatever it is, this is one of the more bizarre things I've seen in my 4 years here at Count Basie Park. As the ball is placed back post, it's Kensington, almost with a great header at Sagar, and now it's Sadloka. No penalty, says the referee. That is clean as Sadloka looks on the ground. Referee says knock it off. Hasma Debor was the one who went down for Kensington. It's now the 9th minute of added time. To throw in into the 18. Bounces around. Nate Anevsky is there. And this has to be the time. I mean, there's been no reason for this much added time. And there it is. The final whistle blows. 1-0 FC Monmouth win it. The blue and gold with a win to kick off FC Monmouth's historic doubleheader. It's Patrick Shaw who breaks the deadlock in the first half. And that was the lone goal of the game. Chris Daly from the National Soccer Network, powered by New Logical Sports. So happy to be with you for this game. I'll be with you in the next kickoff. FC Monmouth Women's versus Delaware Ospreys at 7:30. I'll talk to you then, and if you're watching for the Mans, hope you have a great night, and we'll see you next week right here at Count Basie Park.
Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today.